All right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. All right. What is going on, everybody? What is going on? How's everybody doing? Hope you guys are doing well. Happy Sunday, and welcome to the first full week of March, starting today, and a fun full week of new, varied streaming content from me, which I hope you guys are looking forward to. What is going on? Hopefully it's a nice, relaxing, laid-back Sunday for you guys. You know, lazy Sunday, as they say. Hopefully it's not one of these incredibly stressful days where everything's going wrong. You know, we all have those days, but hopefully you're not having one of them. Hopefully you're ready for some fun gameplay content here on my one gameplay stream for the day. That's right, only one stream today. This week's streams, the schedule will be slightly different. I'm going to explain that here on the pre-stream today so you guys know what to expect, okay? Yeah, I had to shuffle my schedule around a little bit in order to make everything work. In particular, I really need a haircut badly, and my hairdresser was not available on the days when normally I would go to get my haircut. And or the days when the past couple of weeks I've been taking my days off, so. But the good news is, I will definitely be working to get a lot of double streams in this week, meaning the days that I'll be here, it's going to be a heck of a lot of double streams, okay? And that also, being said, folks, it's going to be a very varied, boy, that does not sound very good. Let's put it this way. There's going to be big variety on my streams this week, including the conclusion of my Grand Theft Auto San Andreas playthrough, the continuation of my Secret of Mana playthrough, more fun Call of Duty World War II gameplay where I've been tearing it up recently, and I actually cannot wait to play more because I've been doing so well every time I play the game. There will be a little bit of PUBG sprinkled in there, okay? I'm also strongly considering doing a major stream and finishing up Doki Doki Literature Club, so that way I can actually see what the hoopla is with that game, because apparently I'm 20 minutes away from getting to the good part after playing it during yesterday's Indies stream. Okay. And on top of all of that, folks, all that stuff I already mentioned, okay, we're going to have a new playthrough starting up this week. It's going to be what you guys vote on starting tonight. Okay, so I got a lot to talk about here on pre-stream today. To get you guys all caught up and in the know and know exactly what is going on. Okay. Alright, so let's talk about that. Okay, first of all, I want to say thank you to everyone who was here yesterday for my Indies Marathon. It was good, it was fun. 2 games I'd say were pretty good, and 2 games were complete duds. All the footage of what I did yesterday on the Indies Marathon is already live over on DSPGaming, my YouTube channel. So if you want to see those archives, you can watch them at your leisure, okay? That being said, one of the games that I played during the marathon was Doki Doki Literature Club, a visual novel style game. And I'll be honest, I played it for 2.5 straight hours. I narrated it. It actually kind of hurt my voice a little bit to narrate it as much as I did. Okay. Oh my God, excuse me. Okay. And, after doing all that, I didn't get to the good part. People were like, Phil, you realize you're ending your gameplay of this game like literally 15 minutes before the good part of the game where there's a twist, and this is what everyone talks about why they play the game. And I was like, that's nice, but I've already played it for 2.5 hours. This marathon's only 7. I can't have this be the entirety of my stream. You know what I mean? So some people were pretty disappointed that I'd gotten as far as I did, and then I stopped right before the game got good. And I understand that, all right? So I think that maybe sometime during this coming week, I may be resuming the game. And I'll tell you that in a moment, because I'm actually going to go through a rough schedule here for you guys, okay? So that was yesterday. I want to say thank you to anyone who was here. And, of course, thank you to anyone who was supportive on the stream, either, with cheers or subs or tips. You guys were awesome. It was a really good stream. And, that's why I like those marathons. They break stuff up. They're different. People show up for them to see what's going on with different varied stuff rather than just me doing the same shit over and over and over and over. Okay? Okay. What are we doing today? Today, it's the continuation of Grand Theft Auto San Andreas HD. If you guys aren't aware, if you have not been caught up on the playthrough, I'm in Las Venturas. I've done a lot of the woozy missions, okay? Now we're unlocking some of the other ones. Like, for example, there's a 10 penny mission. I believe there's some missions we're going to be doing for, for Love Fist / Salvatore, you know, the guy who heads the mob in the area. Once we finish up with the Las Venturas missions, then we've got the heist, which I've been doing all the prep missions for. I also want to do the firefighter challenge missions, because you get a silver trophy for doing them. I also want to do maybe some car boosting, but I'll be honest, I don't think I want to do all the car boosting, because I think there's like a ridiculous amount of cars, like 30 cars you need to boost, which just seems like an exorbitant amount, and it seems like it would take way too long to do it. But I may do one or two just to get a flavor for what it is. And then if I remember correctly, you head back to Los Santos for the conclusion of the game. And I believe there's a bunch of missions you got to do there, and there's a segment where you have to take over all of the Los Santos gang territories. And then that leads to the final segment of the game, the final couple missions. So, will I be finishing the game today? More than likely, no, I will not be finishing the game today, folks. It's very unlikely that I'll be finishing the game today. Unless I get incredibly lucky and somehow, like, nail every single mission perfectly the first time I do it. And you know what I mean? Okay, maybe there's, like, 13, 14 major story missions left plus the side content. If I beat them all on the first shot within 10 minutes, yes, I may beat the game today. But I don't realistically see that happening at all, okay? So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. More than likely, tomorrow will be the conclusions. The conclusion of Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, all right? And if I do finish it a little early, I'll probably switch over to something else just to fill out the stream with, you know, gameplay. So there you go. That's today. Only one gameplay stream today, folks. You may say, well, why? Many reasons. Just listen to all the stuff I'm doing tonight. Listen to this. Number one, the weekend preview. Okay? Doing the weekend preview. And the weekend preview is going to cover the schedule for the week. Plus, it's going to give shout-outs to all of my February patrons in the video. Then, after the weekend preview, I have to message all those February patrons who did pledge and let them know, you know, what information I need from them to get them their perks. So if you did pledge to my Patreon in February and you're wondering, gee, what perks am I owed? What am I going to get? Check out patreon.com tonight. You'll be getting a private message from me, okay? In addition to that, then I'm going to be setting up the poll, which is going to be the big poll on Twitter that's going to run until Wednesday, okay? What is the poll? It's going to be, what game do you want to see as my next 10-year anniversary throwback playthrough? And the games that are going to be in this poll are 4 games of which the original playthroughs are seen and held up in high regard as some of the best I've ever done. The cool thing about this is that now they'll be in full direct capture HD, better audio quality, and there'll be live stream interaction during these playthroughs. So they're going to be very different, and in my opinion, you know, overall, much more modernized and hopefully more fun for you guys to re-experience these games in a modern era, right? What are the gameplay choices? Well, it's going to be, are you ready? Number 1, Mass Effect 2, Evil Fem Shep Run. Picking a female shepherd and doing all renegade choices. That's number 1. Number 2, Heavy Rain. Obviously a classic throwback. To see me play that after years and years would be pretty awesome. Number 3, Silent Hill 2. Right? One of the best games, if not the best game in the Silent Hill franchise. Going back and replaying it in direct capture this time. Or, last but certainly not least, Bully. That's a game that I actually played in 2013 when I was in the midst of transferring from recording with a camera to recording direct capture. So half the playthrough looks like shit and half the playthrough looks pretty good but has some glitches and issues because at that point I hadn't perfected my capture method yet. So there you go. 4 different really awesome game playthroughs that were really good the first time around, all of which are 5 years old or older, which would be really awesome for me to play again. You're going to be able to vote on what game I'm playing next starting tonight on my Twitter at TheyCallMeDSP. That's where you're going to be able to vote. That poll will be posted up starting tonight and will continue on until Wednesday. Why Wednesday? Well, I'm about to explain the schedule for the week, so you're going to know why in just a moment, okay? Hold on one second, everyone. I just realized my speakers are on. I'm going to run over, turn them down. Then we'll continue on with the rough schedule. I'll be right back. Give me a second here. Okay. All right, then, also tonight, so already, weekend preview, patron stuff, poll going up. Then, if I have time, which I hope I do, for the first time in over 2 months, I'm going to sit down and look at my Teespring store. I have various new artwork that's been submitted by 2 different people, 2 different viewers and fans of mine, who have made some new artwork for nice new merch. And I haven't even had a chance to look at it and or try to make merch out of it. So I'm going to try on my Teespring tonight to take a chance to make some new merch for Teespring. So if you've been looking at Teespring recently, you're like, man, I wish there would be something new. Maybe tonight, I'm hoping tonight I'll have time to do it, okay? Then tomorrow, Monday, will be a full streaming day, meaning 2 separate gameplay streams. The first stream will be the conclusion of GTA San Andreas, hopefully. If I finish it, great. End of the playthrough finally after several weeks, and hopefully people will enjoy the conclusion. If I finish it early, all right, I'll be switching over and doing something else for however much time is left on the stream, okay? Tomorrow night, Monday night, will be Call of Duty World War II. A nice, couple-hour session of fun multiplayer. The 2 times that I played this game in the last week were incredibly great. People loved the streams because I was tearing it up, whooping major ass, and having a lot of fun doing so. And people are like, wow, I can't believe it. The first time in years Phil's actually played a first-person shooter. He's doing really well, and it's very entertaining. So that's tomorrow night. I hope you guys are excited for that. I've been having a lot of fun playing that game recently, okay? Tuesday, and here's where the schedule goes a little weird, guys. I know it's going to be a little different, all right? Tuesday, I am off. No live streams. You might say, what? Why? Why Tuesday? You almost never take a Tuesday off. And you just had Thursday off. Why are you taking Tuesday off already, right? Well, it's very simple, folks. I am in desperate need of a haircut, okay? And as you guys know, my life is very full. I've got multiple streams a day. I've got time that I spend with my girlfriend and everything. I don't really have a lot of free time. And so I needed to try to schedule, whenever I was going to get my haircut this week for when my, the hairdresser was available and I would take time off to go over there. She was booked on Wednesday completely. And I was like, that sucks. So I said, well, are you available Tuesday? Yes. Okay, so this Tuesday is going to be my day off, okay? And no, people are so stupid. Phil's taking a whole day off for a haircut. It's not the whole day off for a haircut, stupid. I mean, oh my God. How dumb can you be if you think I'm taking the whole day? Here's your theme song. There you go. That must be your favorite song. The song of the Nudnik. No, I'm not taking a whole day off to get my hair cut. But as you guys know, 1 day a week, I'm now taking off to do things like running errands, spending time with my girlfriend, doing everything I need to get done, right? Going grocery shopping. So why not do it all in the same day rather than, now I have to somehow take time between 2 streams one day to go somehow squeeze in my haircut and then have another day off? No, just do it all at once. And that's why Tuesday this week is my day off, okay? Okay. So, that being said, ladies and gentlemen, Tuesday, my day off. Hopefully, you will tune in on Tuesday, or not Tuesday, excuse me, on Wednesday when I return, because as I said, I'll be running this poll starting tonight through Wednesday. What game will I be starting up next? So whatever wins the poll will be the game that I will be starting up on Wednesday. So there'll be big motivation for people to come and watch the new playthrough, right? And then Wednesday night, I will probably be watching or playing more Secret of Mana, since I haven't now played that in a while, right? So Secret of Mana will continue Wednesday night. Thursday, again, will probably be whatever this new game playthrough is going to be. And then Thursday night, up in the air. It could be PUBG. It could be Doki Doki Literature Club. I'm not sure what it's going to be. All right. And then Friday, again, we'll see. We'll play it by ear and we'll see. But basically, the rest of the week is going to be a balance between everything that I've been playing. Okay. What I am thinking of is that this coming Saturday will be a multiplayer only day. And the games will probably be Call of Duty on my first stream and then PUBG on my second stream. That'll be this coming Saturday. Okay. So a full day after all this, all these ongoing playthroughs during the week, this Saturday will be a fun break with just doing multiplayer and more relaxing gameplay. Okay. Now, all this stuff will continue and balance around until the 16th. On the 16th of March, finally, the first new release of the month releases. It's Burnout Paradise Remastered. This is a game I never played. So, I'm going to play it. People said, man, we like this. We like when Phil plays racing games because he rages and everything. So, I'm going to play it. Burnout Paradise. On the 16th, I'm starting the playthrough. And then, of course, for the rest of the month, we got games like Sea of Thieves, Ni no Kuni 2, Far Cry 5, etc. All right? Now, the only other thing that I'll say, some people have been asking, Phil, will you be doing co-op with your girlfriend in a game like A Way Out? Maybe. I don't know. I've been bringing it up with her recently. I think she's going to look into it and see if it's a game she's interested in doing co-op with or not. Apparently, Far Cry 5 has co-op. But I'll be honest, guys, I don't think that's going to be a game we're doing co-op in because I believe she's going to be starting with work soon. And so it's going to be impossible for me to be doing an ongoing AAA playthrough where I can only play it when she's available because she's going to be working. See what I mean? So that's probably not going to happen. But, I'll be real here. I'll be honest with everyone. There was a lot of apprehension because to have her be in let's say she wants to be in A Way Out or even in Far Cry 5 or anything moving forward as a co-op event. There's a lot of apprehension because as you guys know, there's a lot of negative jerks on the internet. And you know that no matter what, even if it's the best playthrough ever made, and it's the co-op's working well and we're gelling and we're doing well in whatever game we play, whatever game it may end up being, right? It could be this month, it could be next month, it could be 6 months from now, who knows? You're going to get these assholes. And they're going to take the gameplay, they're going to chop it up, they're going to be nasty to her and everything. And, that's one of the major reasons why we haven't shared a ridiculous amount of stuff. Because, as you guys know, people now take anything that I put on the internet and they spin it into a negative, and it's ridiculous. It is, it's even stuff like I've posted up. There's been 2 pictures of her posted up since she moved in. There's been a lot of pictures of stuff she's cooked and made, for recipes and stuff. But outside of that, there hasn't been a lot that's been shared on purpose because the more private that we keep stuff, the less risk there is of people harassing us or getting into our shit or trying to get personal info or saying nasty shit about people on the internet, right? So we know fully that once we eventually, decide to start doing more stuff where she's showing up in my content, let's say DSP tries it or a game playthrough or whatever, that there's going to be assholes that no matter what, they're going to do negative stuff. Now, we know it, right? We know it. But at the same time, you got to say it's kind of annoying because we would like to just put out positive stuff and have fun stuff to share with everyone. That's kind of the mentality I always had in the past was, oh, everything that I put out there could be positive and positively shared. And then it just turned over the years into just negative, nasty, toxic shit that happens to me, right? So it sucks because I know that many of you are especially those of you in the stream chat right now, right? I do know many of you are big fans. You'll want to see me, do stuff with Kat and share, our experiences together and share fun gameplay together and all this stuff, and you would enjoy it. It's going to be a positive thing for you. But you got to understand at the same time, there's always going to be this negative, toxic element of idiots who stalk me every little moment that I do. And I really, I'm dreading it. I am dreading it that if we were to do it, that, how bad would it get? I don't know. Because we haven't done it yet. You know what I mean? So there, a lot of people have been speculating and asking, gee, will she be in anything or whatever? We don't know. Is there a desire for her to be in videos and in gameplay and stuff? Absolutely there is. I would love to do, a vlog of the house right now, walk through, show you the house, how it looks now with her stuff in it and with her showing off her, some of the stuff that she does during the day. Or, like I said, if and when we do start DSP tries it again, there really hasn't been anything. I've been looking and there really hasn't been anything new or interesting to do a DSP tries it on recently. So in that regard, that's why there hasn't been one in a couple weeks. But if and when there is new food items and stuff, all right, then I will be, resuming that series no matter what. And of course she'll be in that series. All right. But when it comes to things like gameplay and stuff like that, yeah, I don't know. We are apprehensive, I know for a fact that, if we make a fun playthrough and we're enjoying it and having fun and the streams are good, that's what we're going for. But who's going to turn that into negative, nasty shit? And we know it's going to happen. So, you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like the double-edged sword. We know there'll be a big positive, but there'll also be a big negative. And that's why we're certainly have not jumped or rushed into anything like that. All right. So anyway, there you go. Because I know some people have been asking, oh, what about this? What about that? You're playing this co-op game. You're going to do this co-op. We're certainly not in any situation where we're jumping into co-op. When we do it, we want it to be right. We want it to be the right time. You know what I mean? Something that would make sense. That would also, hopefully we're ready for it. So we'll see. We'll see moving forward. Right now, no guarantees, no promises. But hopefully that addresses some of the questions that people have been asking about it. Okay? All right. So, there you go, folks. That's the deal for this week. It'll be a very big variety of content. The conclusion of GTA San Andreas, more Call of Duty, which is going to be fun, more Secret of Mana, the possibility of Doki Doki Literature Club, we'll see. There will definitely be some PUBG, although nowhere near as much PUBG as there has been in the past. Maybe I'll do it once a week now or something. And a new game playthrough starting up, depending on what you vote on over the course of the week. So lots of variety and fun. I hope you guys are looking forward to it. I certainly am. It's going to be a good week. A good week before the new content and the new games start coming out. It's going to be a good week of kind of, filler stuff that should be pretty entertaining for you, all right? Okay. Anything else? Well, if you haven't been around the past couple of days, folks, FYI, I just want to let you know we have new subscriber goals here on stream. If you're not aware, the subscriber goals are, if we hit 500 subscriptions during the course of this month, I will be bringing back the Patron's Choice playthrough, which is perfect for right now because now I finished up Super Mario Sunshine. We really are doing more downtime playthroughs based off of my 10th anniversary as a content creator rather than stuff that you guys are asking for. So, 500 subs. What's going to happen is people who pledge $5 or more to my Patreon will nominate and vote on a game that I will be playing as a downtime game over the next couple of months. The good news is I have more games eligible than ever because now I can play GameCube games, if you guys aren't aware. And recently, a lot of games have become backwards compatible. For example, a lot of original Xbox and Xbox 360 games have been compatible now with Xbox One. So there's a lot of stuff that previously maybe would not have been available as an option that now is, all right? So all that being said, I think this is a great time to do it. And I hope that we can hit 500 subs. In fact, I know we can hit 500 subs. We've been there before. And especially with all the new games coming out later this month, I think it's going to motivate people. All right, this week with the new stuff coming out as well, I think it's going to motivate people to sub. And I know we can get there. We've been there before. We could definitely do it again. All right. Now, as a special stretch goal, folks, special stretch goal, if we hit 550 subscriptions this month, that's a stretch. I fully agree. It's a stretch. It's probably, is it likely it's going to happen? Probably not. All right. But if we hit 550 subs on the streams this month, I'm going to be doing the Rage-a-thon, where you're going to be able to nominate and vote on rage-inducing video games. Games that over the years have been games that have caused me rage, or it could be games I've never played before that you still know would cause me intense rage. Okay? Either or work for this event. And depending, on what you nominate and vote will determine what games I play for in this event. Obviously. All right? Obviously. What people are thinking is, oh man, what about Scarface? What if we finally get them to play Street Fighter V? What if we get them to play this game, that game? They're thinking of games that either I've purposely avoided or I've played and just gone nuts and raged on, right? But I'm sure there's other games too, like some people recently have suggested. What about games like Super Meat Boy or I Want to Be the Guy? And games that are just incredibly annoying and incredibly difficult, right? But those could also be pretty good games for this kind of event, right? So I agree. I agree that any of these games would be great for a Rage-a-thon. But that's what I mean. That's why it's a stretch goal. If you want to see this Rage-a-thon happen, you've got to subscribe to the channel this month. Right now, it's the 4th. March is a pretty long month, 31 days. So we've got quite a long time for you guys to think about subscribing. 4 more weeks left in the month. And if you do, thank you very much. I appreciate that. All right. So there you go. Sound good? Those are the sub goals for the month, folks. All right. We're going to get now to the plug segment, and then we're going to get into the shout-out segment for those who have cheered, subbed, and tipped already, okay? So let's do some plugs. Then we'll do some shout-outs. Then we'll get started with GTA. So, folks, I would like to say thank you very much for all of your positivity, all of your support. Recently, everything's been really good. Attendance has been great on streams recently. Yesterday's Indies Marathon went really well. It could have gone one way or another. The attendance was great. I was very pleased with how it went. Thank you very much for that and all of your support there. And just in general, the streams have been going really good recently. So thank you guys for that, okay? But if you'd like to go above and beyond just being a stream viewer or a YouTube video viewer, you'd like to maybe go the extra mile and help me out to, aid my efforts to continue to do this as a full-time job, there are many ways that you can contribute. The first being Patreon. Go check it out over at patreon.com/DarksidePhil. Every month, I have a monthly campaign. And if you pledge to that campaign, you earn personal perks. For example, getting text or verbal thank yous in my videos. Tonight, people will be getting text thank you in my Week in Preview crawl that updates tonight for people who pledged in February. All right? You can get premium forum access that allows you to nominate and vote on games for events. Perfect example here, the Indies Marathon yesterday. Those games that were played in that marathon are a direct result of people who pledged and were able to nominate and vote on games. All right? Sounds good. Then, you can also get your questions answered on my bi-monthly Q&A show, Ask the King. Or you can even get a private Q&A video made. That's by far the most popular perk that people love the most. People who've gotten that high-level perk have told me it's their favorite, and some people have even gotten it multiple times because they liked it so much. So that being said, check it out. All the details are available over at patreon.com/DarksidePhil. FYI, any pledges that you give to this monthly fundraising effort allow me to continue to operate this business. It's costly. The cost of internet, electricity, games, equipment, and everything, it ain't cheap. So you help me with that, and I am gratefully appreciative of that when you pledge, all right? Number 2, my Teespring shop, which I've already mentioned I'm going to try to update tonight, all right? Check it out. Cool merch, t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, mugs, stickers. The link is on your screen right now to go check it out. All different kinds of artwork, logos, etc., designed by my viewers and fans. Great quality stuff that I can attest to because I own it. I bought a bunch of it, and I wear it, on stream from time to time. Right now, it's too cold to wear a t-shirt. But once it gets warmer, I'll be wearing those t-shirts regularly again, okay? But yeah, high quality stuff. Anything you buy, I get a pretty significant commission from. It helps me out. And I want to say thank you to anyone who has actually bought anything from my Teespring shop in the past year that it's been in operation, all right? If you do happen to buy something from the shop, all right, let me know. Send me a picture on social media, my Twitter, @TheyCallMeDSP. I'd be more than happy to share that with my over 25,000 Twitter followers, and so everyone can see the cool quality of the stuff. Sound good? Okay. Last but certainly not least, folks, if you are here live on stream right now, and you're enjoying the stream, you're digging it, and you want to get in, you want to have some interaction and some fun stuff, like a shout-out, well, if you either cheer, sub, or tip during the course of today's stream, I will give you a verbal shout-out during the gameplay. Sound good? It's a way of me giving back for your contributions, and it's a cool way to interact with you guys as well. Now, I will say this, there's criteria. For example, some people do it just to troll the, oh, I did a tiny cheer and then it's insult to Phil. No, I'm not going to read those, okay? In addition, I ask, please try to keep your messages concise. Do not try to type out giant paragraphs that I have to read multiple, 25 sentences in order to actually give you your shout-outs, because that will obviously derail from the gameplay. But in general, people get it, and it usually ends up being fun interacting with you guys on the streams and giving you shout-outs. So there you go. Now, if you'd also like visual recognition for your contributions, you can either cheer 50 bits or more. You can subscribe to the channel and click on the share button after you do, or you could tip me $5 or more. If you do any of those 3 things, you'll get an on-screen pop-up thank you. So you get a nice little visual animation as well as a verbal thank you for your contributions. Pretty cool, right? I already mentioned that we're currently doing a subscribers drive, right? Already mentioned that. So in that regard, I'm not worried. Please, if you want to see these fun goals happen this month, either the Patron's Choice or the Rageathon, please subscribe to the channel. But the one other thing that I got to mention, it's incredibly important to me right now, folks. Coming up in April, this is real talk time. And I'm only going to talk about it shortly, but I need to talk about it every day because it's really important. In April, I'm going to have 3 large tax payments due. First of all, whatever remaining taxes I still owe from 2017, which my current accountant / CPA is figuring out right now for me. Number 2, my first estimated tax payment for 2018. They're both due pretty much at exactly the same time in April. And then, on top of all that, I'm apparently going to finally be assessed on my back taxes that I owe, because remember that? The story of the guy who screwed me over, my old tax attorney in Connecticut who didn't do due diligence, and now I owe 2.5 years of back taxes to the state of Washington. Yeah, apparently that's also going to become due in April. At least, if hopefully he puts me on a payment plan, because I cannot afford to pay it all at once, at all. You know, so hopefully I get on a payment plan. If I do, those are going to start becoming due in April. So 3 giant tax payments gonna be due all at once in April. I don't have the money. I have some money saved up for this. I got some excess money from, the end of last year, and the past month or two has been pretty decent here, on Twitch. So I have some money, but nowhere, I mean, from what I'm to understand what I'm gonna owe, just by estimating myself, I don't have nearly enough, okay? If I can't pay my taxes in April, as a result of all this back tax bullshit that screwed me over completely this year, sadly, number 1, there's going to be fees, there's going to be interest, and number 2, if I can't pay my taxes, chances are I'm going to have to sell my house. I don't want to do that. I worked hard to get where I am. Right now, streams are at an all-time high. I actually made more money in 2017 than I have in the past several years, and things are going on, they're on the up and up. If I can keep stuff going forward positively, all right, things are going to go great. And I want to say again, thank you to all of you who have been here for the streams, positively contributed. You're one of the major reasons why, my girlfriend just was able to move in February, and we're having a great time together. All right, but I don't want all this to end because of the actions of this irresponsible asshole who screwed me over last year. And now, because I've got back taxes and all this shit accumulating, now I can't afford my federal taxes, and now it's all compiling. So why am I bringing this up? Because right now you can help. The way you can help is by tipping me during the streams, all right? How do you tip me? Well, if you go below my stream right now on Twitch, you'll see there's a grid of information. There's a link to my website, a link to other things. There's a link that says tips. Click on that. It takes you to my tips page where you can either leave an anonymous tip or you can leave a tip with a message, all right? Why tips? Because I get those funds right away, meaning anything you tip me during the month of March, anything you tip me in early April, I'll get those funds right away, and 100% of anything you guys tip me is going to go towards the probably thousands upon thousands of dollars I'm going to owe in taxes come in April. All right. Real talk. I need the help. Anything you guys can lend via tips is greatly appreciated. And, hopefully we can get over this hurdle and I don't owe thousands of dollars of taxes I can't pay in April. And instead I can go into this with a clear mind. I want to stay positive here every day on the streams and not have this lingering at the back of my head. But it is what it is. It's reality. That's my reality right now. Okay. I don't want to lose my house. Okay. I just don't. So, if you can, not asking for anyone to go out of their way and, do things you can't afford, but definitely if you can help, please do. And here we go. Bionichu literally must have carrots in his ears. But Phil, why didn't you put away any money for the tax? I just said I did. Boy, you don't listen. This is doing selective hearing from people who want to be jerks. Okay? Selective hearing. I did put aside some money. The problem is that the money that should have went towards the federal taxes, right, ended up going all towards these state taxes, ended up going towards the fees for my new tax attorney, which I've already paid thousands of dollars, which obviously should have gone towards the federal taxes. You know what I mean? All the money that should have went towards the federal taxes went towards the state taxes in January, thousands and thousands of dollars. So that's why now I don't have the money for this coming up. And that's also why the federal taxes are higher. Bionichu, you weren't gone for a little bit and you didn't miss it. You were here for the whole thing. You're just being a jerk. Because you're a jerk all the time. We're not stupid. Again, I swear there's people in the stream chat. They act like jerks every day. On purpose. They try to take jabs at me because they think I'm not looking at the stream chat. And then I wasn't here. You were here the whole time. We saw you talking the whole time. You're just a jerk. Stop being a jerk. Okay. So, everyone. Again, if you can, aid with tips is much appreciated. That's the best way that you can actually help me right now, okay? All right. Now, folks, let us begin with shout-outs for those who have cheered, subbed, or tipped while the stream has been running here. Let's go ahead and do that. Hold on a second. Hold on, I'm trying to refresh because I forgot to refresh my Muxie, which I always forget. Hold on. God, now it won't load. I love my ancient laptop that doesn't load. Okay, now it's showing duplicates. Now it shows a duplicate. Well, I'm pretty sure this is not legit. Because here's the thing. When I track people's contributions, oh, actually, apparently it did go through twice. I don't know what's going on. All right, let me just give shout outs. I don't know. I'm very confused. Well, first of all, there were some people who overnight, when I wasn't even streaming, okay, there were some people who contributed, and I want to obviously give those people credit. It's pretty awesome that there are some people who contribute when I'm not even broadcasting, right? Pretty awesome how people think of me when I'm not even online. That's pretty crazy. So, shout out to the following people who cheered overnight, okay? We've got Cody Carls. Cody Carls did a 25-bit cheer. Thank you very much, Cody Carls, for that. And he says, more Grand Theft Auto San Andreas hype. So, like, he was very excited for today's stream to begin. Very nice. Shout out to Aussie Sly 47 Adam, who did a 100-bit cheer. Thank you, Aussie Sly 47 Adam, for the cheer. Appreciate that. Shout out to Infinite 55, who did a 100-bit cheer. Thank you, Infinite. Shout out to Mr. Swaggins, who did a 25-bit cheer. Thank you, Mr. Swaggins. He says, a hero can be anyone, even a man doing something as simple as reassuring as putting a coat around a young boy's shoulders to let him know that the world hasn't ended. Wow. That was pretty, that was actually pretty, I would say, insightful / kind of, you know, a really nice thing to, a really interesting, inspirational thing to say. Very nice, Mr. Swaggins. By the way, special shout out to Derek, who just pledged $5 to my Patreon. Thank you, Derek, for the $5 contribution. FYI, every once in a while, I do check my emails, and if I see that there's an alert where I got a patron pledge, I will also give credit for that. So thank you to Derek for the $5 pledge. Appreciate that. All right, so Mr. Swaggins actually cheered again overnight and asked about that co-op in Far Cry 5. I've already addressed this on pre-stream, so I will not address it again, but thank you again for the cheer, Mr. Swaggins. All right, now, as for shout-outs for those who have contributed while the stream was running today, we had Molested Clown subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much for the new sub, Molested Clown. I appreciate that. Number 2, Ross Prey, or it could be Ross Pre, but I think it's Ross Prey, who also subscribed for the 3rd month in a row. 3 months of support. Thank you very much to Ross Prey. I appreciate that. Okay. Shout out to Critical for Days, who just did a 25-bit cheers. I've noticed that there are many kids that have gaming PCs. Most of them are spoiled brats that whine to their parents to buy them whatever they want. What is the solution to this? Good parenting. Good parenting, because sadly, what's happening, and this is what I've observed personally in this modern world, parents just don't want to deal with their kids anymore. They want to have rampant sex. They want to have, they want to bang each other's, as much as they can, but then they don't want to live with the consequence of it. So then when they eventually have the kids, right, now it's like, oh, now I got this kid I got to deal with, but what about me and my life? I'm all stressed because I have a job, and I'm stressed because I don't have enough money for the kid, and I'm stressed because this and this and that. So basically, parents being completely irresponsible, right, and not raising the kids properly. And so what do? Do they actually, raise the kid, teach them morals, spend time with them? Of course not. I need time to myself. Therefore, buy the kid a gaming computer. Buy the kid a fucking iPhone. Buy the kid a gaming console. There's kids out there, now it's crazy. There's kids out there, they're like between the ages of 5 to 13, and they own like incredibly high-end fucking gaming PCs, 4K TVs with multiple consoles. I didn't have that shit. Seriously. Like, I didn't own any like, I think I owned an Atari 7800, which was gifted to me by my uncle. That's the gaming console I had until one day I remember I went over to my cousin's house, and they had a Nintendo. And I was so jealous. I was like, man, this is so much better than what I got. Eventually, I got a Nintendo. And it actually wasn't until the major era of the SNES. All right. So you're talking, you know, my early teens. That's when I started getting gaming consoles and more electronic, you know, kind of stuff for, you know, my entertainment purposes. But a lot of the time when I was younger, I was outdoors playing with other kids and doing stuff with my parents and stuff. If these parents don't want to parent anymore. So just unload a big expensive electronic on the kid to keep them occupied, right? So you end up with these kids who are playing Call of Duty or playing mature rated games they shouldn't be playing. Why do you think every time you play a multiplayer game, you hear these kids screaming at the top of their lungs, right? You know, that's why. Why you go into a free online game and it's all little kids playing it. It's like, but this game is supposed to be like mature adults. And, you know, this is why this happens. You know, irresponsible people. You know, it's funny. They're saying kids having kids, right? And it used to be kids having kids because young teenagers would have kids and they're not ready for it. Now, in my opinion, it's people who just don't have a mature adult mindset having kids and then not taking any responsibility for them, you know? Why do you, again, I don't think any kid under the age of a teen should have a high-end gaming PC, a full unlocked iPhone where they have access to any kind of content they want, free and open access to the internet. You know, I didn't even go on the internet until late high school. You know? I don't know. Listen, the bottom line is, I only see from my own perspective. I don't have a kid, so I'm not in a situation where I can honestly say, oh, this is the end-all, be-all, this is right or wrong. I'm just giving my opinion from my observations of things that I've seen. It is sad that, you know, kids now don't really get the kind of parenting that they used to get. They don't get the kind of raising they used to get. They just get here, and they get an iPad thrown in their lap, and the parent just expects that's going to raise the kid, right? Brother. All right. Shout out to Tubbs Buster, who subscribed for the 13th month in a row. Thank you very much, Tubbs Buster. He says, love and support, Phil. Here's to many more months. Thank you very much, Tubbs Buster, for the 13 months of ongoing support. Golden Silence also just resubbed for the 3rd month in a row. Thank you, Golden Silence, for the resub. I appreciate that. The Goat Lucas did a $2 tip. He says, great work, man. Keep it up. You're killing it. Thank you, Goat Lucas, for the tip. I appreciate it. Now, this next part is where I'm confused because it says that your boy Bob tipped me $5. Awesome. Thank you very much, your boy Bob, for the $5 tip. You're the biggest tip for the day, by the way. And I do appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. However, why I'm a little confused is because then Muxie is telling me that your boy Bob did another $5 tip, like a duplicate. But what happens is when I get tips, I get emails to confirm, and I didn't get an email. So I don't know if that second tip is legit or if Muxie had some kind of a glitch saying that your boy Bob tipped twice. So your boy Bob, first of all, thank you. If you did tip twice, I appreciate it. But in reality, if you only tipped once, thank you as well. I appreciate the tip. Confusing. Okay. Shout out to Woobag, who cheered, it appears, on behalf of Derek. And Derek says, Phil, thank you for the auto host today. With 45 viewers, I had a high attendance, and I really appreciate it. Happy 10 years on YouTube. Yes, and apologies, Derek. I know yesterday Derek also wanted to stream, but I believe that also Tolo and as well as Arturo, you know, NYC Furby, they were both streaming. So what happens is I have a bunch of people. I think I have at this point probably about 8 to 10 people on my auto host list. Mostly, you know, viewers and fans, but also some other people who I know from the internet and, you know, old days of fighting games and stuff like that. And what happens is, you know, they all kind of, if they start streaming first, they'll get priority, you know what I mean, until they're done streaming. So sometimes multiple people, oh, I'm going to stream. Hopefully I get that auto host from Phil's channel. Some people I know idle there. And sometimes you don't get it, and I apologize for that. But glad to hear that you had a good stream, Derek. YOLO Dopper cheered 25 bits and says, it's sad that many people don't understand how taxes work. They'll find out when they grow up. Yeah. You know? or here's the other thing. Some people will never know because all they do is they, if you have a regular 9-to-5 job or an hourly job, your taxes get taken out of your paycheck every week, and it's not a concern. And once a year, you even get a refund. Amazing. I used to do that, and I loved that, right? I loved that because now once a year, you get basically a nice bonus. But that's not how it works when you're self-employed. When you're self-employed, taxes are way different, way more frustrating, to be quite frank with you guys. Why? Because you don't even know what you owe. It's all based on estimates. I have to estimate what I'm going to make this year. Well, I don't know what I'm going to make this year. I had no idea that last year, 2017, I would actually see an increase in income for the first time in like 5 years. I actually made more money than I had the previous year. How was I going to know that would happen? I had no clue. So how would I have known to pay this amount of taxes? You know what I mean? Like, I'm supposed to be psychic. That's what the federal government wants. They want you to be a fucking psychic to try to predict what you owe. Oh, and by the way, even if you have a slow quarter, like, perfect example. All right. So far this year, 2018, Twitch has been good, but YouTube's been terrible. I just had no lie. Now the numbers are solidified, guys. February 2018 was my worst month ever on YouTube in 10 years. I made the least money and views were down. Why were views down? Very simple. There were no new games, right? UFC, not a major release. Shadow of the Colossus remake, not even a new release. It was a game I had already played. Most of the games that I played in February were games I had already played, or the big releases that did come out weren't really big releases. I didn't care about Kingdom Come, and I didn't play it because I didn't give a shit about it, right? So there was really, the hardcore fans, people who watch me no matter what I play, were here and enjoying things, and the stream attendance was up, so Twitch was great. But the core fan base who only watched me on YouTube, things went down, and my ad revenue was way down. So the first couple months here of 2018 so far have been bad, and I've made way less money these past couple of months than I normally would. But the federal government says, well, we're going to base your taxes off of what you made in the entire year of 2017, in which you made this amount of money. So therefore, we just assume you made a lot of money early in 2018. So pay us this big lump sum in April. It's like, whoa, wait a minute. You're asking me to pay probably more than what I even made in one entire month this year so far because it's been so slow. And you expect me to pay this in April. How am I going to pay my other bills? How am I going to pay my fucking basic utilities? How am I going to afford the things I need for the business? If you just want me to pay a third of what I've made, in 3 months, even though it's been slow, but that's how it is. That's how it is when you're self-employed. It sucks. It's way different. It's not, oh, we just take taxes out of what you actually made. It's, here, we estimate what you owe and pay us all lump sums. Very different and very shitty, in my opinion. I don't like the situation of how taxes work for the self-employed in this country, but it is what it is. Mr. Swaggins did a 25-bit cheer and said, when you go to the barber, ask for a low fade from a 00 to a 1. Ask for a taper in the back. And lastly, for the perfect slick back, keep the length on top and slick it back to one side. And do not forget the classic side part. Cat finna be all over you. Oh, I think I'll just get a trim. I think I'll get this mullet on the back of my head trimmed off. I'll get a lot of this excess hair around my ears and everything trimmed off and try to make it more neat looking. It's what now, March? So probably I'll end up going back in May or June. Probably, hopefully May for my next haircut because it's been 3 months, man. Over 3 months since I got a haircut and my hair is overgrown. But I don't think that what you're suggesting would be very good. I'm just saying. Proto Assassin did a 100-bit cheer. By the way, Proto Assassin as well as Woobeg are now tied for top cheer, both with 100-bit cheers. And he says, first time catching a stream in a while. Wanted to know if Persona 5 is still on the table for the near future. It's very possible. The thing is, as you guys know, Persona 5, a very long game, and I basically stopped playing it. Probably people were telling me I was around roughly like 60 to 65% through. So I still had like the final third left, and people were actually telling me the final third of the game is the best part of the game. And that's when Atlas hit me with the fucking bullshit copyright strike that I did get cleared up, but I couldn't risk continuing playing the game at the time because I couldn't have my whole channel, DSPGaming, taken down for copyright issues when I was doing nothing wrong, okay? There is a possibility later this year, especially with downtime coming up, there's going to be, it seems to be a lot of times where there may be a lot of free time, where I will pick up Persona 5. In fact, I will say this. Right now I'm playing Secret of Mana. I'm planning on finishing that within the next couple of weeks. and then moving on to Ni no Kuni 2. Once Ni no Kuni 2 wraps up, I will strongly consider adding Persona 5 into the mix, okay? But I cannot do 2 JRPGs at once. That would be suicide. I know that would not work. JRPGs already have a very small, selective fan base of viewers who will watch them and who will turn out for those streams and, you know, contribute and everything. I can't be having that as like a major day, all JRPGs for a week. I would go out of business. I would overnight go out of business, so I can't do that. I will try to balance it. So yes, Persona 5 may return, but it will not be a consideration until Ni no Kuni 2 concludes, whenever that may be. Okay? And shout out to YOLO Dopper who cheered again. He's asking about joint filing taxes. It's not going to work, dude. Trust me. It's not like that. I'm not going to go into it. A lot of people are talking about taxes and stuff. No, it would not work. For various reasons, which I'm not going to bring up. They're personal reasons. But no, that would not work. Okay. All right, I think we're now caught up. I think now I've done all the shout-outs. I want to say thank you to everyone who has cheered, subbed, or tipped here on the pre-stream. Okay. 2 things. Wow, Rogue Ben just did a troll cheer. Let's see here. Rogue Ben did a 25-bit cheer. He said, my son insulted Jesus. I punched him in the stomach as hard as I could. He looked up at me and said, wow, dude. You probably should not be punching your son. Probably not a good idea. And you probably Child Protective Services will be coming by shortly. So probably a bad idea. Mr. Swaggins just did a cheer and said, The Walking Dead and Oscar's hype. 2 things I probably won't be watching. I haven't even watched last week's episode of Walking Dead yet. So, but thank you for the cheer. And the Aston Martin did a cheer asking me about another random YouTuber who I don't know and don't care about, calling me out in a video, probably trying to get drama views. I don't give a fuck. Anyone who has to do that is a hack. Anyone who does that, especially when I don't talk about other YouTubers, is a pathetic excuse for a content creator. If all you do is make drama content where you have to call people out who literally have nothing to do with you just to get drama views, you're a shill, you're a hack, you're a waste of everyone's fucking time. And way to show that you are a relic who is not pertinent anymore because you have to make drama content. So congratulations to whoever the hell this YouTuber is who, another one, it's not the first, certainly won't be the last, another hack YouTuber making some drama video about me because they can't actually put out content people want to fucking watch. Instead, they got to make drama videos to call me out even though I don't know who the fuck they are. I don't give a fuck who they are. Wow. Congratulations. You're pathetic. And let's move on from the stupid nonsense. There you go. All right. Now, I think we're done with the shout-outs, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. So thank you again to everyone who cheered, subbed, and tipped here so far on the stream. I do appreciate it. Okay. A couple quick reminders before we start. Number 1. Subs drive. All right. Trying to get 500 subs by the end of the month. I'll be doing a Patron's Choice playthrough. 550 subs by the end of the month. We'll be doing the Rage-a-thon. 2 really cool goals. Things that people definitely want to see. Hopefully it motivates you guys to sub for the month. Plus, of course, you get access to all the really cool emotes and everything you get for being a sub. Okay? Shout out to the 426 people who currently are subs. Thank you very much. And reminder, folks, if you want to help me out with this upcoming tax situation, please tip me. Tipping me is the way to help. I get those funds right away. You can tip me by looking below the stream. There's a section there. Click on it. Takes you to the tips page. And that's how you do that. Okay? All right. Thank you guys very much. I do appreciate you being here. Let's now begin with Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Let's continue. Sound good? All right. Cheers, folks. Let's do this.